Okay, today I'm fitting an ARMAX snorkel to a GX300 series Landcruiser.
Removing the front wheel makes life a bit easier. Place the front wheel under the car for extra security. Remove the 3 front mud flap Allen key screws and 1 retaining clip. Remove the fender flare. Two Allen key screws and also the retaining clips. Carefully remove the flare retain the clips and set aside. Remove the plastic trim over the fuel lines using a pick or trim removal tool. Remove the fender liner clips and screws and remove the fender liner screw receivers. Loosen the hose clamp on the air duct and remove the 4 airbox clips. Remove the top airbox and remove the 2 clips holding on the mat sensor and remove the mat sensor. Set aside. Stuff the air inlet with a rag to stop dirt or metal shavings from entering. Pull up to remove air box no tools needed. Discard the 3 original airbox rubber mounts and replace with the new raised rubber mounts. Remove and retain the top plastic guard panel trim. Be sure to retain and replace all clips. Remove and discard the factory Toyota raised air intake components. Retain the two 6mm x 25mm SEMS bolts from the inner guard duct. At this point, it's a good idea to get some help, else do the top one first. Remove the two bolts holding the original air intake ducts. Remove the ducts and discard. The front and rear factory mounting nut assemblies must be removed from the guard panel. Install the two standard M8 mounting bolts into the mounting nut assemblies and tighten to retain the assembly whilst drilling out the pop rivets. Drill out the 4 pop rivets using various size drill bits once the pop rivets are drilled out. Remove the two M8 bolts and discard the mounting brackets. Deburr the holes. Apply masking tape to the guard panel and guard panel trim as shown to prevent swarfer becoming trapped. Align the guard panel infill template to the 18.0mm diameter rear hole and to the front main guard hole as shown. Tape the template to the guard with masking tape. Using a felt tip pen, mark the two holes positions. Remove the template. Drill a pilot hole in the center of the two marked hole positions. Drill each pilot hole to 5.5 m diameter with a 5.5 m drill bit. Deburr the holes. Remove and discard the 3 perforated sections off the guard panel template as shown. After drilling a pilot hole, mark your step drill to 16mm and drill the 6 mounting holes. deburr the holes. As I'm in the bush, I didn't have the right saw blade. Be sure to use a body saw, as this was a nightmare. Look inside the hole you cut and find the inner duct mounting bracket mark the 2 spot welds and grind them out. Use some touch-up paint to paint all the cuts for protection. Apply masking tape to the pillar for marking and protection. Insert the mounting studs into the snorkel and attach the upper bracket. Line up the snorkel to mark the upper bracket on the A-pillar. This is a good time to get help.
Can you just put the hand there?
With the snorkel body correctly positioned, mark the outline of the upper mounting bracket onto the masking tape. Remove the snorkel body from the vehicle. Remove the upper mounting bracket from the snorkel body. Position the upper mounting bracket onto the A-pillar and align the bracket with the marked bracket outline. Mark the 3 slotted mounting hole positions with a felt tip pen. Drill the 3 mounting holes to 8 mm with the step drill. After painting, insert the 3 plastic clips into the holes. Mount the upper bracket. Install a plastic washer to each of the 8.0mm by 16mm hex drive bolts. Apply Loctite 243 to each of the bolts and install the bolts into the 2 captive nuts in the A-pillar. Do not over-tighten the bolts. Remove and discard the 2 loom mounting cable tie shown from the main wiring harness to allow the wiring harness to drop down. Remove the horn from Thainer guard panel. Align the inner guard panel template to the 2 captive 6.0mm nuts in Thainer guard panel as shown, using two 6.0mm bolts. Fasten the template to the inner guard panel. With the template correctly aligned, mark the cutout section onto the inner guard panel using a felt tip pen. Remove the template. For any questions, pop them in the comments. The two cables I'm holding are for my winch. This may be easier for you, and not necessary. Note, SS98HP Safari ARMAX snorkel kit needs to purchase separately to the SS98HPOER for their installation. Discard the SS98HP instructions from the SS98HP snorkel kit and use the SS98HPOER instructions supplied for the installation. 4GX300 series Landcruiser. Please like and subscribe to our channel as it helps the channel grow. This ARMAX snorkel will make the carb breed much easier, as it really increases the air intake by up to 30%. Once marked, remove the template. Align the inner guard support plate to the two captive 6.0mm nuts in the inner guard panel as shown, using two 6.0mm bolts. Fasten the support plate to the inner guard panel. With the support plate correctly fastened and aligned to the inner guard panel, mark the cutout section using a felt tip pen. Using a 5.0mm drill bit, drill the 7 mounting holes. The 4 upper holes need to be drilled through multiple panels. The 3 lower holes need to be drilled only into the cavity section off the inner guard. Remove the inner guard support plate. Once you have removed the inner guard support plate, using the body saw cut the upper and lower cutout sections marked. Deburr and paint all cut and drilled sections of the inner guard panel. Again, be sure to have the right tools for the job. Smoking. Paint the cuts for protection. Apply Sikaflex sealant to the back of the inner guard support plate. Install the plate to the inner guard panel. Loosely install the two 6.0 x 25mm SEMS bolts retained into the two captive 6.0mm nuts. install the 5.0 by 16mm bolts, item 24, with 5.0mm washers, item 25, installed into the 4 upper mounting holes. Loosely install a 5.0mm washer and 5.0mm lock nut onto the bolts. Install the 4.8mm pop rivets into the 3 lower holes. With all the fasteners installed, tighten the two 6.0x25mm SEMS bolts using a pop rivet gun. Secure the 3 pop rivets and then tighten the 4 5.0 by 16mm bolts. Clean up any excess Sikaflexdo, ensure a neat finish. Squash the end of the snorkel outlet hose inwards and tape to hold it in position. It is critical the hose is staped the way shown in the photo for installation purposes. Remove and discard the foam sealing tape from the air cleaner base inlet snout. Using a chisel or sharp knife, remove the 2 small ribs from the top of the air cleaner base inlet snout. Using a hacksaw blade, carefully cut off the air cleaner base inlet snout flush with the air cleaner base, as shown. Using a chisel or sharp knife, shorten the 5 highlighted external ribs on the side off the air cleaner base to a total length of 15mm, as shown. Using a chisel or sharp knife, shorten the 3 highlighted external ribs from the front corner of the air cleaner Besato a total length of 15mm, as shown. Neatly apply masking tape to the side, the front corner, and underside of the air cleaner base, as shown. Align the air cleaner side template under the top lip and to the side rib off the air cleaner base. Tape with masking tape to hold the template in position. Using a ballpoint pen, mark the 5-hole locations and the cutting line onto the masking tape. Align the air cleaner front template up under the top lip and to the rib of the air cleaner base. Tape with masking tape to hold the template in position. Using a ballpoint pen, mark the 4-hole locations and the cutting line onto the masking tape. Hopefully, you don't make a total mess of your hands with Sikaflex, like I have. Remove and retain the drain valve from the air cleaner base. Align the air cleaner base lower template around the air cleaner base drain hole, aligning the template to 2 flat sections off the air cleaner base drain valve hole. Tape with masking tape to hold the template in position. Using a ballpoint pen, mark the 6-hole locations and the cutting line onto the masking tape. Using the body saw, carefully cut the new air cleaner base inlet hole as marked from the templates. Deburr the cut edge and all drilled holes. The side hose support plate. The end section of the support plate needs to be bent down by 3 to 4.0 millimeters approximately as shown. Apply Sikaflex sealant to the air cleaner base and install the flanged air cleaner entry hose to the air cleaner base. Install the side hose support plate to the flanged hose and install the 4mm X17mm pop rivets from the inside of the air cleaner base as shown. With the 4 pop rivets installed through the support plate, secure using a pop rivet gun. Install the front hose support plate to the flange hose and install the 4mm by 17mm pop rivets from the inside of the air cleaner base as shown. With the 4 pop rivets installed through the support plate, secure using a pop rivet gun. Install the small hose support plate to the flanged hose and install the 4mm by 17mm pop rivet from the inside of the air cleaner base as shown. With the pop rivet installed through the support plate, secure using a pop rivet gun. Install the bottom and lower hose support plates to the flange hose. Install the 4mm by 17mm pop rivets from their outside of the air cleaner base through the plates and hose and into the air cleaner base as shown. With the 6 pop rivets installed, place a 4.0mm washer over the end off each pop rivet as shown. Secure the pop rivets with the washer installed using a pop rivet gun. Carefully install the snorkel outlet hose through the 2 inner guard panel holes, installing the hose from the inner guard side. Guiding the hose where required through the 2 inner guard panel holes. Remove the tape from the end of the hose. Shape the 161 80mm hose clamp to the oval shape of the snorkel outlet hose. Loosely install the hose clamp onto the hose. Install the guard support plate to the back of the guard panel and locate into position with pop rivets. Using a felt tip pen, mark the guard panel standard hole outline onto the guard support plate. Remove the pop rivets and guard support plate. Apply Sikaflex sealant to the guard support plate, using the marked line as a guide. Install the guard support plate with Sikaflex sealant applied to the back of the guard panel. Install the 2 pop rivets and secure the guard support plate to the guard panel. Clean up any excess Sikaflex sealant. carefully install the snorkel body to the guard panel, guiding the snorkel body outlet into the snorkel outlet hose. Align the snorkel body to guard panel and upper mounting bracket. When correctly aligned, fasten the snorkel body to the guard panel with body washers and nylock nuts. Fasten the snorkel body to the upper mounting bracket with hex bolts. I have done all modifications to this car myself, apart from the GVM upgrade. This modification took me the longest on par with the front off-road animal bar. I started at 8 in the morning, and as you will see, the sun is going down as I finished. I did stop for a couple of hours around lunchtime, but it did take me a good part of the day. Remove and discard the 3 standard air cleaner base mounting isolators. Apply a small amount of lubricant to each of the 3 new air cleaner base mounting isolators supplied in the kit. Install the new isolators into the air cleaner base mount holes. Loosely install the 100/120mm hose clamp onto the snorkel body outlet hose. Install the stainless steel joiner into the end of the hose and fasten the 100/120mm hose clamp. Ensure that the hose clamp is orientated in the same position on the hose. As shown, loosely install the 100/120mm hose clamp onto the flanged air cleaner entry hose. Carefully install the air cleaner base, guiding the air cleaner entry hose over the stainless steel joiner. Carefully push the air cleaner base mounting isolators over the 3 mounting pins. Ensure the stainless steel joiner is correctly installed into the hose and tighten the 100/120mm hose clamp. Ensure the snorkel outlet hose is correctly installed onto the snorkel body outlet. Ensure the 160/180mm hose clamp is correctly orientated on the hose as shown. Tighten the hose clamp. Install the Sonoflex ducting into the air cleaner base and into the air cleaner entry hose, rotating the ducting whilst installing to ensure the ducting engages into the stainless steel joiner. You should finish level with the first rib in the air cleaner base, as shown. Reinstall the air cleaner and sensor. Make sure you remove the rag from the intake. Tighten hose clamps. Refit trims. Install the ARMAX Air ram assembly onto the snorkel body. Align the ARMAX Air ram assembly mount holes with the 4 pre-drilled 2mm holes in snorkel body inlet. Secure the ARMAX Air ram to the snorkel body with 4 black self-tapping screws. Install the top plastic guard panel trim and inner guard plastic intake insulator. Install the inner guard liner, mud flap, horn, air filter element, air cleaner lid. Reconnect sensor wiring and any other parts that may have been removed in accordance with the factory service manual. Please go easy on the comments, as it is my first attempt at a how-to video. Thanks for watching. Please hit the like button as it affects the algorithm.